I am Charlie Winburn, your life coach with Renew Community Church right here in the city of Cincinnati. And I wish above all things that you prosper and be in good health even as your soul prospers. Did you know that you are both human and divine and that you deserve to live a better life in Christ right here on earth? Our messages are practical, they are raw, they're fun, and they are focused on real issues as it relates to your spiritual life, health life, your mental life, your financial life, your relationship life, and even your business life and community life. Today, we have another real life application message designed especially for you and your family. Remember, before we get started today, you can learn more about Renew Community Church free life coaching by visiting our website, renewcommunitychurch.org, or you can listen to us every Sunday at 11:45 a.m. each Sunday on YouTube, Renew Community Church live stream, or reach me at 513-884-7832. I want you to join me now for another life-changing message with Charlie Winburn, your life coach, right here in the city of Cincinnati, Cincinnati, Ohio.
Good morning, Renew Community Church family. What a beautiful day to be happy in the Lord. Welcome to Sunday morning mastermind class, designed with you in mind. Well, get ready today, guys, for a great message coming up shortly from Coach Winburn. Today's message is entitled, Feeling Good is Your Divine Right. So, feeling good is your divine right. Coach Winburn will be up shortly with a great message entitled, Feeling Good is Your Divine Right. You have a divine right to feel good at least 80% of the time. You have a right to feel good 80% of the time. Because stress and difficulties in life events such as a serious illness have a negative effect on our self-esteem. Well, you'll learn today from Coach Winburn how to feel good when everyone else around you may be feeling bad or feeling sad. You'll learn today how to feel good at least 80% of the time. You know, some people are just prone to feeling bad or negative thinking. Again, you'll learn today how to feel good when everyone else around you may not be feeling good as you are. All right? So get ready. Get your coffee, get your tea, get whatever you need for Coach Winburn. Great message entitled, Feeling Good is Your Divine Right. All right. So what we like for you to do is today subscribe to our YouTube and Facebook. We would like for you to watch us and make comments with us. Watch and subscribe. Tell your friends and tell neighbors that Renew Community Church is live on Facebook. You know, our mastermind class is built on biblical principles coupled with basic science so we can live a better and divine and human life on earth. As you know, it's not the regular service as usual. It's not a regular Sunday morning Sunday school class, not a regular Sunday morning service. It's not church as usual. Our mastermind class is designed to help people do like our foundational scripture, which is Romans 12 and verse 2. Don't be conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind. And as you know, the renewing of your mind is a continual process. You don't just renew your mind one time and it's over. It's a continuous process that we take to renew our mind. Every day we have to renew our mind. All right, we'd like to do the 31-day Focus Life Story Calendar. And with the 31-day Focus Life Story Calendar, we tell one story each day, 3 times a day, up to 60 seconds each day for 31 days. And today is July the 7th. And it reads, It is my divine and human right to forgive myself and others today. It is your divine and human right to forgive yourself and others today. You have a right to forgive yourself today and others. And we also like to do Monday, the next day, and that says, it is my divine and human right to trust today. So it's your divine and human right to forgive yourself and others. It is your divine and human right to trust others. And it is your divine and human right to feel good. And you will learn that coming up shortly from Coach Winburn. It takes approximately 21 days to get rid of the negative vibrations. But if you do that, in 31 days, you would have created for yourself a positive, life-changing, emotional vibration. So that is a great way to change your vibration, your vibes. When you're feeling down or you're feeling low, just say, it is my divine right to feel good. When you don't know what to do, just say, it is my divine right to trust God. So this 31-day focused life story calendar really helps to change your energy and your vibes and your mindset to stop focusing on the positive as opposed to the negative. All right, so we like to do a brief recap of some of the things that Coach Winburn talked about last week. And last week's message was entitled, Stop Trying to Fix Others to Make You Happy. Stop trying to fix others to make you happy. This is just a basic recap of some of the things that Coach talked about. He said, stop chasing happiness. Stop trying to get others to change so that you can be happy. Learn how to become happy once and for all. Why? Because blessed are they that which thirst and hunger after righteousness, for they shall be filled. And what will they be filled with? They'll be filled with joy. They'll be filled with peace. They'll be filled with happiness. And they'll be filled with some fun. It's not your job to make people happy. Sometimes we think it is. Because someone is not happy, well, we can see what we can do to make him. Well, you can make them happy, but it's only be temporarily. That's only be last until you're gone. So you only can make people happy temporarily. It's not your job to make people happy. Happiness is a journey, and each person must undertake their own journey. Each person. Money won't make you happy. Sex all the time won't make you happy. Relationships won't make you happy. It's all temporarily. You'll be happy for a little bit, but then you're right back to where you were. The key to happiness lies not in making others happy, but in finding happiness in one's self. That's the key. Finding happiness in one's self, not dependent on no one else but you. Happiness is a journey. Happiness is self-discovery. Happiness is self-acceptance. And happiness is self-love. True happiness eliminates from a place of authenticity. The real deal inside of you. The greatest gift we could give others is not happiness, but the freedom to pursue happiness through their own happiness. You got to let people find their own happiness. You can't find it for them. They got to find their own happiness. And again, we like to help people. We want to try to help people find their way, but we got to let people find their own happiness. Your happiness is not the agenda of your family and your friends. And sometimes we think that. We got to have our friends and our family to make us happy. You got to realize that it's not your family and your friends that's going to make you happy. That's in you. That's internal. You got to find something to make you happy. So why are people so unhappy? Why are people so unhappy? Well, you heard this before. Unresolved childhood trauma. That's the number one reason most people are unhappy. They won't resolve their unresolved childhood trauma. People refuse to drive unresolved childhood trauma out of their lives. They just refuse to do it. They think God is going to do it for them. But he's not. You got to drive that out of your own life. How are you going to do that? You're going to do it like our foundational scripture says, Romans 12:2. Don't be conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind. So that's what you have to do. You got to renew your mind. If you're going to be emotionally happy, you got to renew your mind. You got to renew your own mind. No one else can do that for you. That's something that you have to do. Coach talked about reasons why stopping trying to fix others to make yourself happy can be beneficial to you. Some of the reasons: self-empowerment. That way you control your own happiness. Personal growth. Working on yourself. Authenticity for happiness. Relying on your own internal happiness. Emotional balance. Focusing on your own well-being. And setting up boundaries that help you to establish healthy boundaries in your life. Coach also talked about reasons why trying to change someone's life to make oneself happy can lead to emotional unhappiness for both parties involved. Here are some reasons. Lack of authenticity. Then you start to develop resentment. Then you have a loss of trust, unmet needs, and then you have some control issues. Coach also talked about some reasons why running from sexual partners to another won't lead to long-term emotional happiness. From going from bed to bed, it's not going to lead to long-term happiness because you have lack of emotional connection. You don't have any emotional connection to that person. You have a disruption of trust. You got emotional emptiness. And you lack stability in your life. And then you also risk of sexual transmitted diseases by doing that. So what is emotional happiness? Emotional happiness is internal happiness, not external. External is temporary. Emotional happiness is internal happiness. It's the stage of living your life with at least 80% of your day filled with love, joy, peace, and fun. Coach talked about ways to train your emotions, your feelings, your moods, your energy, your vibes, and your vibrations to achieve emotional happiness. These are some ways you can do that. You can practice gratitude. You can acknowledge the good things in your own life. Mindfulness, meditation. Practice mindfulness to become more aware of your thoughts and your emotions. Physical exercise. Regular exercises release endorphins, which boost your mind, boost your moods, and releases stress. So physical exercise is really, really good for you. But sometimes we don't want to do it because we don't feel like exercising. But it's really, really good for us. And also a healthy diet. Eat nutritious food can positively impact your mood and your energy levels. All right, that's a brief recap of some of the things that Coach talked about last week. And with that, I would like to bring up Brother Chuck.
Are you sure you weren't in the military? Anyway, that's an inside joke. My name is Chuck Futel. I'm one of the elders here at Renew Community Church. I want to thank y'all for being a part of this our message today. And I want to get started. This morning, I woke up early this morning, and last week's message, in my mind, it was actually 3 different sermons last week. And one of them was a very short one. It was only about 50 seconds. But it was powerful. It was so powerful, everybody in here screamed. Coach don't like us talking when we're in the studio and stuff like that. We in a normal setting, we would have screamed and ran around the room and stuff like that. But any event, let me get started. Coach Winburn's message today is his message for our Master Your Mind is feeling good is your divine right. Feeling good is your divine right. Now, what is the Master Your Mind class all about? And what are some of the things that we need to do? So I want to, first of all, set the tone, do a little instructions. Please, sir, please, ma'am, what I'd like for you to do is I'd like for you to go ahead and share this message. Go ahead and share this message, number one. Number two, and we only had 2 shares. When I got up, we only had 2 shares. We want to get double-digit shares. So we want everybody to share the message. Number 2, we'd like for you to like the message. So in other words, that's an emoji. You hit it. Doesn't make a difference whether you're on YouTube, whether you're on Facebook. Go on and hit it. And if you're on YouTube, I'd like for you to subscribe. Please, sir, please, ma'am, subscribe. We actually entered 3 videos during the week on YouTube. So we added some videos on our YouTube message, and if you were subscribed, it would have come up in your feed. So we love for you to do that. And I'm going to read from the 31-day Focus Life Story Calendar. Today is the 7th. And this makes you feel good. What this does is just a way for you to get set and start feeling good and do it very quickly. It is my divine and human right to forgive myself and others today. It is my divine and human right to forgive myself and others today. Monday, which is the 8th. It is my divine and human right to trust today. It is my divine and human right to trust today. It is my divine and human right to trust today. I just happened to notice my cousin from Dayton is actually watching us today, Wakanetta Turner. So good morning. I have a story about her. I'm not going to share it right now, but I have a story to tell about my cousin that I met just last year. So in any event, some other things that you need to know. What is the Master Your Mind class all about? It's built on biblical principles, and it's coupled with basic science, it's coupled with psychology, it's coupled with other types of skills in there, social skills and stuff like that. And the design of this is for you to have a better life on this planet Earth, for you to have a better divine and human life. Now, what people do is they get it all twisted. They believe that somehow God is going to do some things for you today. And that's not biblical, because what Jesus said when he was on the cross, he said, it is finished. In other words, all the power and authority God's going to give you, you already have. And so there's only certain things that God's going to do with you right now. You already have the power, the authority, and the ability to represent God on the planet Earth. But then there's another side that you have to deal with yourself. That's your human side. You have to deal with your human life. Like Dan talked about, you have to eat good food. Let me just drop it right there. You have to eat good food. You got to exercise. God ain't going to do that for you, right? You've got to take care of yourself. You got to use wisdom if you want to have a long and healthy life, okay? You can violate those things. So the Master Your Mind class is not a religious service. It's not a Sunday school class. It's not church as usual. The other thing that's unique about it is that if we have your email, what we're going to do is we'll send this message out to you. So you're going to get the toolkit, and you're going to get the whole message that's going to be sent to you, and you can download it. You can go back and study it. You can watch it on Facebook, watch it on YouTube. And so the Master Your Mind class is built on the biblical principle, Romans 12:2, which reads this way: and be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind. So I wanted to lay it out here. Coach Winburn is going to be coming up soon. It's going to be, his message is going to be, feel good is your divine right. Now, as I looked at Coach Winburn's message last week, and I've been meditating, it's really been challenging me. It really has. It really has been challenging me. And so as I looked at it, there were two things that stood out in the message. I'm going to play the message, and I want to give some comments. My comments are going to be some very strong comments. So I'm going to, for those people, it's going to challenge a whole bunch of people, but that's okay. These are my comments. I'm not sure what Coach would say about it, but these are my comments. I own them, but I've got research to back it up. Okay, so I'm going to go there. And so what the message talked about, when you boil the message down, you listen to it over and over again, here's what it said. The message basically said there's a piece on it that deals with integrity. And then there was a piece on it that deals with black and white churches. Now, Coach Winburn is going to come and he's going to talk about learn to release 4 brain elements to help you feel good. He wants to help you feel good. Now, I'm going to maybe upset you a little bit, and he's going to come back, and he's going to make you feel good. So let's deal with this thing. So I'm getting ready to use the clicker. Will it work for me, Asia? To the video? Okay. Oh. Yes, it's on. Okay. Okay, I just want to. I want to go to the, I want to go to the video. No, it's not working. I'm clicking it. Okay, let me go because I want to keep attention to the time. You can click it on now. If you can bring the video now, why don't you bring it on? It's just a short, it's like a 40
I'm pretty sure
second.
they're going to ask me, Winburn, where do you stand on the 10 Commandments in the schools? Let me tell you all, we don't need no 10 Commandments in those schools. We need the 10 Commandments in the church. When is the church going to obey the 10 Commandments? I'm opposed to us putting the 10 Commandments in the schools. It is sad that we violated ourselves, a white church and a black church, and we call ourselves obeying the 10 Commandments. I am opposed to us having our children, subject our children to the 10 Commandments when their parents won't even obey the 10 Commandments. Woo, I feel sanctified.
So my message is integrity in the church. Like I said, I've been challenged by this. Full disclosure, I struggle with integrity. I work hard to be everything that I say I am. But I think that's true of a lot of people. I think that's true of a lot of people. Integrity is a tough measure. I did a little research. And this is something I found. I was looking for integrity, somebody talking about integrity. For some reason, I can't get the clicker to work for me. Huh? Okay, wait a minute. Oh, there it is. I got it. According to an article by Pastor Rick Warren, to have a ministry of integrity, it takes these 4 commitments. See, in this thing he was talking, he said, listen here. You don't have to read much of the Bible to realize that God cares deeply about his reputation. You don't have to go into the Bible far to realize that the church, God does not just care about his reputation, he cares about the church's reputation too. So it's this thought that's all throughout the scripture. As Christians, what are we? We are little Christs. We are ambassadors of Jesus Christ, the anointed one, and we're supposed to bring the power in his anointing to the earth, right? Am I lying about anything? Am I telling the truth right here? This is what the Bible has challenged us to do. Is it important for all of the people that are believers of Christ, and is particularly critical of those people who are in leadership, that we must act and be people of integrity? We're supposed to do that. The world is watching us to see how we respond to the test, the trials, the tribulations that are brought to us by this earth. We either draw people to Jesus or we repel them. We either draw people to Christ or we repel them. I believe that the church is very unique in its mission. There's one thing that we should do, and we should be very good at. I believe that we're the moral authority for the earth. I mean, governments do government, business do business, science does science, technology does technology, but we are the what? The moral authority for this earth. And so in his letter, this is what Dr. Rick Warren said. Number one, to have integrity, you need these four components. Number one, speak truthfully and plainly. As a follower of Christ, your word should stand on its own. Number two, share the truth completely. Not part of it, completely. Lying is when you intentionally mislead others by either falsely or concealing information. If you deliberately hold back on part of the truth, you're lying. A half-truth is a whole lie. To be a person of integrity, you shouldn't play games with the truth. Proverbs 10:10 says it this way: someone who holds back the truth causes trouble, but one who openly criticizes works for peace. We can't hold back the truth. Sometimes we need to have a hard yet honest conversation with our families and with our friends and with the community at large. The Bible tells us in Proverbs 28:23, in the end, people appreciate the frankness more than flattery. Truth often hurts, but dishonesty leaves lasting scores. Number three, use the truth tactfully. Use the truth tactfully. The Bible never tells us to use the truth like a baseball bat or like a club to beat knots upside somebody's head. In fact, in Ecclesiastes says it this way, 4:15 says, speak the truth in the spirit of love. Listen here, people change faster and quicker and easier when it's wrapped up in love. Coach Winburn is a love machine. He talks to people and he ministers to people in love. Number four, live the truth consistently. Integrity is not being honest 80% of the time. It's not being honest 90% of the time. Practically honest is dishonest. I gave my disclosure. I want to act in integrity. I'm not 100% there. I want y'all to forgive me and pray for me that I get better and I get stronger in this part. Integrity is a requirement for leadership because all leadership is based on trust. If people don't trust you, you can't lead. In fact, if you look at marriages are based on trust. When trust gets blown up, the marriage soon follows. Yes, I'm setting you up. So I had to ask myself as I was meditating. I woke up early this morning. I couldn't get this off my chest. As I told you, I read this book. It's called The 1619 Project. I went through it on Audible. I would strongly recommend that you read this book. Strongly recommend it. It is the history that's not in our history book. It is the history of blacks coming to America starting in 1619. And it goes all the way up till, I want to say, 2022. Here's where I'm getting at. Why is it that there's a black church and a white church? Here I come. And so I went and I asked the biggest brain on the planet, ChatGPT. And I said, ChatGPT, tell me about this thing about blacks and whites. How did we get this separation? And and here's the key, what was the church's involvement? Yes, I'm going there. Yes, I'm going there. These opinions are my opinions alone. Take it for what it is, but like I said, I've got the facts. Let's go. According to ChatGPT, the role of colonization and the New World slavery in the extent of European colonialization and the transatlantic slave trade, many Christian institutions, including the Catholic Church and various Protestant denominations, became complicit in slave trade. Missionaries and clergy were sometimes involved directly in slave ownership and indirectly through the economic and social support of slavery. Here's what I'm saying if you didn't understand the words coming out of my mouth. The church had to sign and buy into the concept of slavery and the transatlantic slave trade. There were 5 major countries that dominated slavery and slave trade in the New World, were either Catholic or still relating strong Catholic influences: Spain, Portugal, France, England, and the Netherlands. Frederick Douglass, who we know from our limited black history that's not included in our in our books, but we have Frederick Douglass in there. Some of us know who he is. Here's what he said. Between the Christianity of this land and the Christianity of Christ, I recognize the widest possible difference, so wide that to receive the one as good, pure and holy, is necessary, is of necessity to reject the other as bad, corrupt, and wicked. If you compare the two, there's no comparison. To be the friend of one is the necessity to be the enemy of the other. I love the pure, peaceable, and impartial Christianity of Christ. Therefore, I hate the corrupt, slave-holding, women whipping, and women raping, cradle-plundering, partial, and hypocritical Christianity of this land. That's what Frederick Douglass said. In many instances, the wealth is accumulated because they had free labor, or because they could sell human beings and acquire wealth. Earlier this year, my wife and I went to Ghana, Africa. This is a picture that I took on my phone. And this is the Cape Coast Castle, which was built in Ghana. It was established in 1555. When it started off, this thing started off as missionaries going into sub-Saharan Africa. That's how it started. But then it flipped, and it was realized that you could make money selling African slaves. In this picture on the far left, you see this looks like a little house. That's actually a church. That church is below the area that all these people are standing. We had a delegation of people, almost 300 people went with us to Ghana, Sigma Gamma Rho sorority. I went with my wife's sorority. And we went there, and right above that church is, guess what? The dungeons, where they held the slaves. Ghana has the distinction, the negative distinction, 75% of the slaves left from Ghana, Africa. This quarter still stands. Now, that's the negative. The church did some things good. I have to add that as part of my conversation. At some point in time, certain churches, Christian leaders and movements emerged that strongly abolished slavery. For an example, the Quakers in the United States were among the earliest and most vocal opponents of slavery. Britain, prominent figures like William Wilberforce, who Wilberforce University is named after, was motivated by their Christian faith and led the movement to abolish slavery early in the 1960s. 19th century, excuse me. I'm close to it. So that's the positive side that happened. When there's another part of the side, we have to talk about it all the way. Then we have to look at the civil rights movement. In the aftermath of all this stuff, the church played a role in the civil rights movement. There's a group of Jews here, there's a group of Jews that are here from Cincinnati, actually were a big part of the civil rights movement with Dr. Martin Luther King. They came from here. They came from here in Cincinnati. There are a lot of churches and people that dealt with this whole issue of the civil rights movement and pushed it forward. And so the question I need to ask you is, as we look at this thing, where is the church in all of this? What is the church's responsibility in all of this? Coach Winburn says it this way. He says it this way: if you drowned your brother, in essence, you're drowning yourself. You can't drown someone and feel good the next day and be excited and motivated. You are touched by the fact that you hurt someone and took someone's life. I'm saying right here today that there are people, yes, I know there are a whole bunch of people that weren't there. I know your family wasn't involved, this, that, and the other, but I'm here to tell you there is a price that has to be paid. There is a problem that's in the church that, number one, the church did not say anything about this. In fact, they condoned and signed off on it. And at some point, the church has to be responsible for saying, I'm sorry. Shouldn't somebody say, I'm sorry? What would Christ do? When the slaves during slavery time, how do we come up from this thing? We had to be future thinking. In certain places, in certain plantations, they allowed the slaves to learn to read. The brightest of us, they allowed them to read, and what did they read? That's right. They had them start to read the Bible. Think about this. We started reading the Bible. Now, some people used it as camouflage. They read the Bible, but they also learned how to read. Some people, because back then there were a lot of people still illiterate. There were slaves that ended up learning how to read and write. And they wrote their papers and said they were free and ran off. And if anybody said anything, I got my papers. But we used it as a way of gaining our freedom. Nat Turner learned to read, and he felt that God did not want black folks to be slaves, and he started a revolution, a revolt. He paid dearly for his life. They hung him in Jerusalem. That's the name of the city. Think about the irony of that. They hung him in Jerusalem, and they cut him into pieces and they skinned him alive and cut him into pieces in Jerusalem. I say to you, shouldn't the church say, I'm sorry? Coach Winburn started this thing. He said that we should not bring the 10 Commandments to our schools when the church don't even follow the 10 Commandments. Parents don't even follow the 10 Commandments. Yes, I did set you up. I started with the words integrity. Because what's amiss here is this word and this concept called integrity. Coach Winburn is coming up soon, and he's going to talk about, his message is going to be real simple. His message is going to be, listen here, feeling good is your divine right. He's going to talk about feeling good is your divine right. So, how do you make it right? Number one, these are crimes against humanity. So number one, you need to ask God for forgiveness. I think we need to start there. Shouldn't the church ask God for forgiveness? Now, full disclosure, there are certain churches and denominations that are starting to do that. There's certain denominations here in the United States that's starting to do that. I didn't even know Georgetown University, just pick one. Georgetown University was getting ready to go bankrupt. And so what they did is they bought some slaves and they flipped them, like you flip real estate. And they created enough profit to keep the university in business, and then the rest is history. We don't know our history, folks. That's why I said we need to read this book. At some point, I'm gonna go through and really kind of go through and read, and I'm gonna meter out my thoughts on it this year because it's got so much stuff in it. Number one, we need to ask God for forgiveness. Anytime you offend someone and hurt someone, you need to ask the person that you've harmed for forgiveness. That has not been done. That has not been done. Number three, you need to make an atonement. Now, people don't know what the word atonement means. Most people don't know it. Atonement means, it's a word, atone means to make amends for your wrong. To atone means to satisfy the demands of justice or to repair a wrong. To atone means to fully compensate for doing evil. What does the Bible say about it? The Bible says the wages of sin is death. Romans 6:23. I'm just saying, if you got some comments, please. My job is to warm it up for Coach. Coach did such an awesome job this past Sunday. Why don't y'all say yes? If y'all are with, in fact, if you don't like what I'm saying, say no. It's okay. I'm a big boy. I can take it. Say yes or say no. I can take it. But we want to get this thing warmed up for Coach. In the Bible, here's what should happen. I didn't get this until this morning. Like I said, I woke up early this morning, Dr. Jennifer, and I got this, and I had to put it together. Here's what according to the book of Luke, there's this tax collector called Zacchaeus. He was a wealthy tax collector in Jericho. And he was widely regarded as a sinner. Why? Because he overcharged folks. He took money for the government and he took some for himself. So everybody knew he was cheating. They knew what the tax rate was, but he came there and he was charging people. They had to pay the piper. But here's what, and Jesus asked this guy to stay in his house. So this guy, this quote-unquote sinner, came into the house. Zacchaeus told Jesus, here's what he said. Now, it wasn't Jesus telling him what to do. Here's what he said. Zacchaeus told Jesus he would put half of his possessions to the poor. And if I have cheated anyone out of anything, I will pay them back fourfold. Because of this, y'all getting it? Because of this, Jesus promised him salvation. Here's my message to the church universal. The church universal needs to do what Zacchaeus did. Number one, ask God for forgiveness. Number two, go to the African American community and ask for forgiveness. Number three, there has to be a price that's being paid. There has to be a price that's being paid. After that, Jesus said, you will be saved. The universal church, the American church that participated in this crime, where we called black people not people, that we looked at black people as furniture, chattel, cars, horses, donkeys. That whole thought has perpetuated all of America, even to this day. At some point, I think people need to say they're sorry. Coach Winburn will be here shortly. His message is going to be out here, and here's what he's going to talk about. He's going to talk to people about, listen here, feel good is your divine right. Let me say it again. Feeling good is your divine right. He's going to talk to you about how your 4 different brain preferences will help you in this space. He's going to talk about your 4 different brain preferences and how that can help you feel good. He's going to talk about that. He's going to talk about the fact that you have the power to be happy. You have the authority to be happy. You can make yourself happy. You can overcome your childhood trauma that you've had in your life that is causing all these people to do all these crazy things. Just today in Florence, Kentucky, they never had a mass shooting. Guess what? They had a mass shooting. They had a mass shooting at a birthday party for a guy that was 21 years old. And one of his friends was walking back and forth out of childhood trauma, had had been to jail already a couple of times, and he's walking back and forth, and he goes in there, and he just starts shooting, I guess, his classmates. I don't know what the whole deal is. At a birthday party, 21-day birthday, 21 years old, getting ready to move into their life, move into manhood, and this guy, these kids are getting mowed down by this guy. Not at a club, not at a club, not at a grocery store, in this kid's house, right there on the grounds. Huh? His mother was killed. It's just sad. On this kid's birthday. We really, really, really need to listen to the messages that Coach Winburn is really laying out here, folks. He has a message that's real. It's a message for this nation. I've had to look at my stuff and had to rewrite what happened in my life. I'm serious. I'm serious. I had to rewrite. Listen here, I had to rewrite my negative feelings about white folk. This message I gave was in love. Let me say it. The message that I gave today, listen here, it's done in love. Because at my 20-year-old self, it would have came out a whole lot different. It would have came out a whole lot different. So I'm saying that we can do this together. I'm not condemning anybody. Listen here, let me be very honest. Black folks love America more than any other people on this planet. I dare you to even think that your loyalty to this country is greater than ours. I dare you to think that. What we've been through, trauma is the fact that, listen here, trauma is the fact that we've been in America and we don't even know our history. We've been denied our history. Come on, that's trauma. It's still happening today. This book, my son, I don't know this, my son is an educator. He just wrote a history book that includes black history. His goal is to get this history book in all of the schools all across America. He's been teaching history for the past 13 years. You know my son, Keith. He's been writing this book. He finally got it finished, rough draft finished. He's going to get it edited and all this kind of jazz. And he wants all these schools all across America to start reading this book. There's some things, see, we don't know who we are. We don't know who we are. We don't know how we stand. We don't know these different things. We don't know these different things. We don't know how fragile our rights are. If you don't know your history, you can lose your rights. We have this very funny thing that happened. It's called July 4th. America was free and we weren't. Even if you were free as a black person in America, you paid taxes, but you couldn't vote. Even if you were free, you weren't free. It had to be voted in. The Word of God says that we're free, and spiritually we're free indeed. Amen. But what we will need to do is we need to bring this power and authority of God to the earth. Thank you. All right, Coach Winburn.
Well, we greet each and every one of you in the name of Jesus Christ, the Anointed One, and His anointing, and we thank you for today, another Sunday morning mastermind class here in the city of Cincinnati. Those who's tuning in the Midwest, we're here. Those who are on the East Coast, you'll get us later on, or however it is. Welcome, Sunday morning mastermind class with me today, and we'll be back here next Sunday for a live therapeutic service. Today will guaranteed to be another therapeutic service for you today. How's that? So if you want some free therapy with some disclaimers on it, you can come on over here. That's right. We come right here. Is that right, sister? So we want to greet each and every one of you all. Dr. Michelle Graves, can you just come and tell everybody how these classes, mastermind classes, have been good, have been a blessing to you? Can you just take 2 minutes? Just two minutes, and just tell everyone we're going to be back here next Sunday live in person. Those who want to be here in person in our therapeutic clinical setting from a biblical perspective with disclaimers on it. I'm not your doctor or your psychiatrist. So, but we're here. Happy birthday, Ovetta. I heard it's your birthday. It's not yours? Okay, maybe it's another Ovetta. Okay. So come on in if you can, everybody. And I'll just, everybody uses my mic now, I guess. I got to keep it clean and fresh. Okay, that's good. But we'll try to do this. So come in the frame if you can. She's going to come in the frame. I'm coming over. Come right in. There you go. We're in the frame. You could use this and just tell us, just take about 2 or 3 minutes. She could use this, 2 or 3, and while you're getting that together, 2 or 3 minutes, and tell us how the Sunday morning mastermind class has been a blessing to you. Dr. Michelle Graves.
And of course, I was not prepared for this, but we are always to be prepared to give a good report to the saints of God. And so I just wanted to say, because I drive very intently to get to this location, I have a full morning, and then I press in to get here. And I will tell all of you, I have been under this mentorship, so to speak, for over 2 years. And very rarely have I missed any teaching. I will go back and listen to it on YouTube. I've told many of my friends that if you want to change your life, I'm talking about the woman you're looking at is not the woman you knew 5 years ago. I'm venturing to say not even 3 years ago, and I was in therapy. Oh, yeah. There aren't any black people in America who have not been traumatized, either from the DNA, crazy families, dysfunctional cultures. You all already know what I'm talking about. Multiple marriages, all the above, the money lady. I look at that title and I say to myself, I don't even know what to say, but I'm going to tell all of you, stay the path, because rough days are coming, and rough days are manifest even before our eyes in our families. What did you see on July the 4th with your family? All right? Did you see what you saw? Yes, you did. We need to get help. And he is a master coach, a master helper. And for all of you naysayers and negative Nellies and noodlehead knuckleheads, as we say in Kentucky, I'm talking about you. I'm telling you, you're not going to make it. You're going to flip out. You're going to do some stuff in the quiet of your house that you don't even think nobody knows. But I'm going to tell you, we know because we've been there. And it's a very similar story. So I won't take up any more time. I'm just saying to you, I drive like a crazy woman. Did I pass you on the highway? There was somebody in a car that was looking at me real different as I went flying by at 90. Thank the Lord for no. That was Donald Trump. Yes, I love it. Anyway, God bless all of you, and thank you for the opportunity.
Okay, thank you. Let's give Dr. Graves, who come in from the wealthy neighborhood of Kenwood and drive into our wonderful community. mastermind class. We'll be back next week live. And we want to just move on and tell you the ebooks are available. We're going to have these on our new website. Our new website is almost done, and people will be able to just go to the website, Dr. Ovetta Leary, and be prepared. We're going to surprise you to bring you up. So your time is coming. So, so you'll be able to get all of our free ebooks on the website. You can go there and pick any ebook out you want and download it. It's free. Print them out, copy all you want to copy. And you'll be able to get all of our videos and everything on our new website. It's almost done. And as our gift to you, and 60 Seconds to a Focused Life. If anybody would like more information on that, just go to 60secondstoafocusedlife.com. And we're going to start teaching here in a moment. What I normally do now is pray these spoken blessings that years ago, oh my God, over 20 years ago, I spoke these 100 spoken blessings over this congregation, and this congregation was already blessed, but all we do is we speak the spoken blessings, but it's God that guarantees the blessings. Did y'all get it? So as you give right now, I'm prepared to give. I'm going to speak these blessings over you, these apostolic blessings, and I'm only going to do 28 of them right now. Is that okay? As you prepare to give, you could give online PayPal. So while you're preparing to give, I want to speak these spoken blessings over you. We speak the spoken blessings, but it's God that guarantees the blessings. So I bless you right now. The Lord bless you and make you a great nation. The Lord bless you to be a blessing to others, to be a blessing in your neighborhood and your school, and also to be a blessing in your church, and be a blessing on your job, and be a blessing in your marriage. The Lord bless you with land and houses and health and wealth. The Lord bless you with prosperity and grace and faith and mercy while you're giving right now. The Lord bless you right now with energy and business and good attitude. The Lord bless you with great personality, protection, and safety and guidance and God's presence. God bless you with value and intimacy and wisdom and riches. God bless you right now as you prepare to give for victory and mercy and discipline, and unexpected aid will come your way this week. And God bless you with extended life and peace and favor and power, and God bless you with deliverance. And God bless you to wake up, begin to wake up in the mornings. I woke up this morning about 3:45, and I began to pray for Chuck Futel, the Renew Community Church family and friends, and began to intercede. And Psalms 91, he that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. And I know for in him we live and move, and we have our being. So God bless you right now with comfort and encouragement as you give financially to Renew Community Church. And God bless you with everlasting life and excellence and fellowship and forgiveness. And God bless you with freedom and forgiveness. And God bless you. God bless you with obedience and divine provision as you give right now, as you give online PayPal. God bless you with answered prayers, with a new self and rest. As you give on Cash App, that God bless you with acknowledgement and divine participation, treasure in heaven. And those even in the auditorium that are giving now, that God bless you with significance and personal attention. And God bless you for those who give by mail. And Dolores Reese, we bless you today for the hundreds of dollars that you send in the mail. God bless you. God bless you. God bless you. Welcome to the Sunday morning mastermind class in the Midwest here in the city of Cincinnati. And we're here again. Welcome. Sunday morning mastermind class designed with you in mind. Elder Chuck, we thank you for that great presentation today. And Brother Dan is back, and he looks pretty good. And, Donna didn't draw all the blood out of him. He doesn't look like a vampire or anything, but he looks pretty good. Well, what you say, man? Looks pretty good. And he's not on any Viagra or anything like that. God bless him. The Lord, and those who own it, y'all own it. I just don't take it. But God be with you, and the Holy Father, the Heavenly Father bless you. Not the Pope, don't get it mixed up. And welcome, Sunday morning mastermind class. Aren't you having fun already? Because we're going to talk about how we can practically, reflect Jesus in the earth. Because is that okay? Because many times we can't touch Jesus because we got to get through all the apostles, prophets, evangelists, pastors, teachers, all the robes, all the clergy collars. We got to get through the choir director, the announcer, and we can never get to Jesus. So I'm going to show you how to get to Jesus today in a practical way where the gospel becomes the rhema of God. And the reason why Chuck could not let go last week, the word became flesh for him, and it became a rhema living word. So when a living word activates you, I tell you, you turn into a new person. And be not conformed to this world, but be you transformed by the renewing of your mind. Who do we have with us? Because I'm getting ready to teach. Right after these names, I'm teaching now. So those who are coming in, some people are watching me, new people are coming in. Some of my friends, I sent out in the morning hundreds of, well, if I have time during the week, hundreds of text messages to different individuals. And we have with us today, if you can stand closer, Ann Barrage is with us. We appreciate each and every one of you all. Warnica Tucker, Chuck's cousin. Is she in Chicago? In Dayton. We appreciate her today. Did I get it now? Wankanetta Tucker. We appreciate her. Dr. Kimberly Ingram, looking for her today, but I guess she'll pop in here somehow. And Lisa Smith, and Chris Bullock, Chris Matthews, Linda Matthews, and others that will join us shortly. And the people that's in the auditorium today, those who are tithers and investors and supporters of the ministry, you are always welcome to be here every week if you like. In this therapeutic environment. We do have security here. We don't let anyone in, but you're welcome. And be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind. Are you all ready for the word of the Lord? Father God, I pray that the Father of glory will give each and every one of you all right now the spirit of wisdom and revelation and the knowledge of him, and that the eyes of your understanding will be enlightened, and you will come to know the hope of his calling. As we move forward, we're going to be dealing with how to feel good when everyone else around you is feeling so bad. Is that pretty good? I'm going to try to get, is that going to be pretty good today? So we're going to be talking about all feelings today and how we can activate some things. Well, but before we get into that, and the master class has started. So we're in the mastermind class. So right now, what book will you be reading or listening to by audio this week or in the days to come, Winburn? It's called The Anxious Generation. Anxious Generation. And it's a New York Times bestseller. I'll turn it around in a moment. Hopefully you could see it. New York Times, let me get here. There you go. The New York Times bestseller. It's how the great rewiring of childhood is causing an epidemic of mental illness in America. I just want you all to know, this book just came out. It's the New York Times bestseller. It was on MSNBC. And I'm just going to share with you all briefly what has happened to our teenagers and many of our children. I want to just share just briefly with you some of the statistics. I want you all to know I don't usually use the term mental illness. I don't use that term. I use brain health issues. But that's okay. But we're going to use mental health issues because I think it depicts what the real problem is and the personification of the real heart of the issue. Mental health illness among college students, you all, anxiety since 2008, listen to this, has increased by 134%. 134% of increase since 2010 in anxiety among college students, 106% increase in depression. And this is since 2008, and 72% increase in ADHD. Also, the anxiety prevalence among age between age of 18 and 25. If you got anyone in your family 18 and 25, since 2010, 139% increase in anxiety. From 26 to 34, 103% increase since 2010. Ages 35 to 49, 52% increase since 2010. Ages 50 has only been an 8% increase since 2010. All of you young people from ages 18 to 49, y'all need to stop talking about us older people, because we're having less anxiety and problems than you are having. And many of you all, if you don't be careful at the rate you're going, you're not going to live to get our age. So y'all need to stop talking about older people. Today we're going to, they'll be burying Reverend Greenlee, and I'll be speaking at his funeral today at the Zion Baptist Church. And I believe Reverend Greenlee lived to be 89 years old. And I want to tell them, all of them there that's been talking about Biden's age and Trump's age, y'all may not ever get to live to be those people's age. And what are you preparing for? Not to be older? And so just keep on doing what you're doing, and you won't ever get to be our age. And so it's so sad. Let's go on with the next one here. Here's one. Here's one here on the statistics. I'm going to give you a little more statistics. It says technology adoption has gone up among radio and personal computers have gone down. I'm looking this way. I should be looking. There you go, a little better. Color TV, people don't look at that no more. The internet and smartphones are off the hook. So that's gone up. And then there was one more number I wanted you all to see, and I wanted you all to see that the suicide rate, if I can find it, is just out of this world. I had it marked here for you. I wanted y'all to see the suicide rate among children using smartphones. And girls are more depressed in this study. Girls have more depression. Boys definitely also are depressed. But I was looking for hospitalization. Those in the emergency rooms. Young girls are actually filling up the emergency rooms because of, here it is. I think I have it here. I want y'all to hear this. Emergency room visits for self-harm since 2010, it's gone up among girls 188%. And listen to this, among boys, it's gone up 48% increase emergency room visits. Finally, here's the suicide rates, which is just mind-blowing, you all. It is mind-blowing. Now, as you know, the majority of suicides in America, based on the research I've done in our book, and this the research number, 80% of the majority of suicides in America are white males. But the numbers are catching up in some of the other areas. I want you to hear this. The suicide rate for younger adolescent boys has increased since 2010, 91% increase. And then, y'all ready? Wait till you hear for girls. For girls, 2010, the suicide rate among younger adolescents have increased by 167%. Yes, so this is called the anxious generation, how the great rewiring, how smartphones and social media, and now people are so mechanical now, they're not having personal interactions with each other. When I was a child, I played in the sand. I played with young girls and boys. We played with each other. We didn't have smartphones and social media, and we were as normal as what we call normal could be. So if you want a good read and want to get the audio and want to know more about how we, Dr. Watkins, I thought of you this week, young man, so your number. Okay, so that's it. Is that okay, everybody? So, and they're recommending in there, they're recommending phone-free schools and play-fun schools. Even right now, I'm going to be honest with you, you took all the public schools and charter schools here in America. Now, I'm going to blow y'all's mind. Y'all ready? Take every public school, every private, every school here in America from 0 to 18, even in high school, cut the classwork down, give them the essential basic class, and while they're at school, let 50% of their stuff be play. Let them have fun, play, have basketball, ball, enjoy each other, and interact with each other. Because right now, our folk, they're not playing anymore. Everybody's on social media. Even some of you old folk can't get y'all off there. I've just lost people in my family. They've disconnected from me because they're into smartphones. I'm not that important anymore in my family. See, I can tell y'all that. I don't know about you all, but that telephone is more important in my family than I am because they've cut me out, brother. I've been cut out, but that's all right. I'm the most happiest one in the family. Somebody else say, Chuck, is that pretty good, your brother? Now, we're going to get into this great teaching today. We already started the class, how to feel good when everyone else feels so bad. There are so many people that feel bad around you, but I'm going to show you how to feel good today. You're going to learn the 4 ways to feel good every day. There's 4 ways you're going to learn how to feel good. How many of y'all want to do that today? I'm laying the foundation for those who just tuned in. I'm Charlie Winburn, Master Life Coach here in the city of Cincinnati, Renew Community Church, Mastermind class, teaching the basics of how to execute the life of Jesus in your life in a practical way. How many of y'all know we're both human and divine? You don't walk around all spiritual all the time. What I'm saying, we're both human, we're both spiritual, and we're divine. How many of y'all believe that right now? All you have to do is get constipated, and then you'll know how divine you are. Did y'all hear what I'm saying? Yeah, you won't call on Jesus. You go look. You know how human you are, right? That's right. So we're both human and divine. So learn to release the 4 brain elements to feel good today. I want you all to learn how today to raise your 4 brain chemical levels to activate your happiness. I'm going to give you all the chemicals that God has given us. We're going to learn how to raise your God-given 4 brain chemical levels. Everybody say 4 brain chemical levels. There are 4 brain chemical levels that God has put in you that if you activate them, they will bless your humanity. Did y'all hear what I just said? Because we're talking about humanity now. Don't y'all get, everybody wants to spiritualize everything. I'm going to spiritualize it. No. I want you to be a human for once in your life and stop being so religious. And if you're going to be something, be spiritual, not religious. I know a lot of religious people, and they're just upset and mad all the time and unhappy. So you're going to learn today how to raise your God-given 4 brain chemical levels to activate your happiness, improve your hippocampus, your prefrontal cortex, and your amygdala. How many of y'all like to do that today? How many of you want to improve your entire life today in the practical? You know, we teach people a lot of things, but if people are not feeling good and are emotionally happy, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. If people are not happy and they're not feeling good, they're really not going to learn your stuff. So today you're going to learn that. We're going to even help people today who created their very own unhappiness and bad feelings and made themselves a victim and turned around and blamed you for their victimhood and their unhappiness. Have you ever had somebody in your life turn around, husband or wife? They created their own victimhood, their own unhappiness, their own emotional unhappiness, and then blamed you for it. So we're going to be able to help them people today if they're listening. People who act like a victim created their own problems and blamed it on you. We can help those people also today. We're going to also show you here in the next 50 minutes, if you could stick with us, get your coffee or whatever you drink, a shot of wine, whatever you got to help you to stay in this until you learn. And I was trying to find a better way to stay in frame so you could see that. It's learn to release the 4 elements to feel good today. If you could raise your vibrations today, if you can raise your happy emotions, your happy feelings, your happy moods, your happy energy, your happy vibes and vibrations, let me tell you this, you can pretty much have what you want in God. Did y'all hear what I'm saying? How many of you all know it's God's good pleasure to give you the kingdom? How to create positive or negative emotions. I'm teaching now. I'm going to go to my book, 60 Seconds to a Focused Life, and it says how to create, how do we create our emotional state or vibration, Ovetta? How do we really create our emotional state or vibration? How do we do it? How do people get in the emotional state that they're in, positive or negative? How do people get in that state? Would y'all like to know? How do you get in the state that you're in? Dr. Watkins, whatever state you're in right now, whatever mood you're in, whatever feeling you're in, whatever vibration you're in, whatever mood you're in, how do you get there? How did you get to that place? Well, you could find the answer. You can always find the answer in the word of the Lord. Matter of fact, all this is based on the word. This is found in my book, 60 Seconds to a Focused Life. But I'm going to show you how we get in a state, Aisha, our emotions, our moods, our feelings, our vibes and vibrations. How do we get there? Have you ever heard somebody in a funk? They're just in a funk today. They're in a funk. They're them. They act like that. That's who they are today. No, how do they get like that? How does somebody get unkind? How does somebody get nasty and mean and ornery? And I've seen it, you all. I've seen it in my loved ones. I've seen it so much in my loved ones, how nasty and ornery and ungrateful. The worst thing you could do is it's hard to help ungrateful people be happy. Are you all here with me? I shared with you all last week. I failed. Here's where I failed in life, to make unhappy people happy. And here's how we do it. How do people get in the state? The words we speak determines the thoughts we think. On page 74 of my book, 60 Seconds to a Focused Life, the words, look what it says, the words we speak determines the thoughts we think. Now watch this. And the thoughts we think determines the beliefs we have. Watch this. And the beliefs we have determines how we feel. So everything start with words. What are the words you're telling yourself? What are the words are you telling your self-conscious? The words we speak to ourselves and others determines the thoughts we think, and the thoughts we think determines the beliefs we have, good or bad, and the beliefs we have determines how we feel, good or bad, and as a result of how we feel, good or bad, will determine the results we have. Everything begins with the Word. In the beginning was the Word. And the Word was God and is God, and the Word became flesh and dwelt among us, dwelt among mankind. So the words you speak determines the thoughts you think, and the thoughts you think determines the beliefs you have, and the beliefs you have determines how you feel. So the way you feel right now, even about me, is a result of the words you speak, and the thoughts you think, and the beliefs you have determined how you even feel about me. So how do you feel about me? How do I feel about you? How do I feel about getting up this morning? Happy, got on the porch, prayed for all of y'all, prayed for Chuck Futel, prayed for the world, prayed for family, prayed for fear, and began to thank God for my divine health and my divine healing, and it's my divine and human right to be happy, to walk in love and joy. So how do we create our positive and negative emotions? How do we create our own emotional happiness or our unhappiness? Is because, repeat after me, the words we speak determines the thoughts we think, and the thoughts we think determines the beliefs we have, and the beliefs we have determines how we feel, good or bad, and how we feel good or bad determines the results we have. So if you walked away from a relationship, you created that yourself. You are unhappy, you created your own unhappiness. You are unkind, you created that. You upset with the world, you created that. Now, when we carry negative vibrations, you are a candidate for acts of violence against yourself and others. Let's go back
to 60 Seconds to a Focused Life. We're going to get right into the PowerPoint. It's going to bless y'all. We're going to give you some answers on how to do this stuff today. So when you when you have negative vibrations, guess what happens? Everybody that carries a negative vibration at any time can become a violent person. Oh my God. At any time. You can become a violent person against yourself and against others. It's found on page in my book 126. What are some of the things when a person is unhappy and they don't feel good about themselves and they don't feel good about anything? And anytime you are unhappy, always remember you can end up hurting yourself, killing someone else in the process. So it's called the acts of violence against self and others. And this is connected. This stuff started from birth to 18 years old. And people have carried this unresolved issues, unmet needs, and unhealed hurts and childhood trauma for most of their life. Find me a person that is emotionally unhappy. Find me a person that is upset all the time and unkind. That person could end up killing you and everybody else in the house. Did y'all hear what I'm saying? So it's better to get them out of your house, because I'm telling you, your life could be in danger. Did y'all hear what I'm saying? Here's some of the things. When you're not happy, you can get involved in gun violence, bullying others, homicide, physical and sexual and emotional abuse, domestic violence, relationship clashes and conflict, mass shootings. Racism is at the root of unhappy people. People that practice racism and bigotry and hatred against other people, they are unhappy people, and 9 times out of 10, they will become violent and end up either killing themselves or killing you in the process. Opioid drugs, involved in suicide. So when you are unhappy, you are a candidate for becoming a violent person. Oh my God, I feel sanctified. I'm almost through here. So when you carry negative vibrations, you are a candidate, what did I say? For violence against yourself and others. That's why I stay calm and love. And I don't want to, years ago, I wanted to cut off people's ears and stuff. I just don't do that anymore. Are you all here with me? I'm happy. I'm a calm man. I'm not a violent man anymore. Are y'all here with me? Y'all wanted to cut off their ears and do a lot of other stuff. Here's a final one. We got to raise our vibrations, and then we're going into the PowerPoint. We're going to go into the PowerPoint for 35 hard minutes. And it's going to be hard. It's going to be good for you because it's going to be therapeutic, and it's going to heal you subconsciously. You may not be able to get all this stuff on a conscious level, but you'll get it on a subconscious level. You may not be able to hold yourself still for 35 or 40 minutes, but your subconscious mind will get everything I'll teach today. Is that because your life is changed by your subconscious mind, not by what you say. You say a lot of stuff, but your subconscious mind is saying, no, don't believe that. I love Charlie Winburn. Your subconscious mind says, you can't even stand that man. Are you all here with me? So let's go to page in my book, 60 Seconds to a Focused Life. If we raise our vibrations, I'm going to take 5 minutes on this. What did I say? Page 285. Let's go to 285 in my book, 60 Seconds to a Focused Life, 285. Let me get to 285 real quick. I think this is it right here. 285. Let me see. Right here. Is this it? Yes, got it. I'm going to show you what you could have when you raise your vibrations. This is 60 Seconds to a Focused Life. I'm going to show you what do you do. What is your vibrations? Everybody say, anybody else, Chuck, I need to recognize. What are our vibrations? Our vibrations, when we speak of vibrations, we're speaking of our moods. Everybody say moods. Our moods, I want you to say our energy, our vibes, our feelings, our vibrations. So when we use the word vibrations, we're talking about all of that in one time. All of those words describe the same thing. How do you feel right now? It is a result of the words you speak and the thoughts you think and the beliefs you have determines how you feel in your moods, in your vibrations, in your feelings, in your energy, and in your vibes. When your vibrations are up, I want to share this. When your vibrations are up, your vibrational frequency is up, you will become an emotionally happy person, and you can feel good all the time. I practice to feel good all the time. I even got rid of the 80 and 90%. I just practice to feel good all the time. And then if I get the moment that something isn't right, I ask the Lord, where am I off vibrationally? And then I'll refocus, and then I'll go back to my calendar, or I'll go out on the porch, or I'll begin to say it's my divine and human right to feel good again. It's my divine and human right to be happy again. I catch myself, and we have an opportunity every 60 seconds to catch ourselves before it becomes a way of life for us. Did y'all hear what I'm saying? Raise our vibrations. Who else do we have? Boy, we got a lot of folk today here. And we got Dr. Zakia Allen here with us, Clarence Whitfield and Mary Whitfield from all the way from Atlanta, Georgia. Appreciate them today. Janice Robinson is here. Molly and how you pronounce? Molly and a wonderful daughter. Glad to see you. I like her. Molly and a wonderful daughter. Thompson here today, Molly Thompson and her daughter. Ricky Davis is here with us today, all the way from Portland, Oregon. Edith Thrower is here today, and we appreciate each and every one of you all today. Come on, everyone, repeat after me. I'm going to raise my vibrations. Come on, we got to go. We got to get to the PowerPoint. I'm going to raise my vibrations. And we're going to show y'all how to do that in a moment. We're going to take 35 minutes and show you how to constantly raise your vibrations so you could be happy and fulfill your divinity in the earth. We are both human and divine. And when you're not feeling good in your humanity, you're not going to do well in your divinity. Did everybody hear what I'm saying? So raise your vibrational, emotional frequency. And when you do that, you will become emotionally happy and feel good. And when your emotional vibrational frequency is low, you will catch hell. Did y'all hear what I'm saying? If you have a low vibrations, that means you are sad, melancholy, low energy, and don't feel good. And I don't know how y'all do this. There are people that say they don't feel good for days. How do y'all do that? I can't stand to not feel good for a moment. How do y'all do that? And then when I feel a moment that something is not right, it tells me I'm out of line somewhere. So I get my behind back in line quickly. And I start saying it's my divine and human right to feel good. My divine and human right to love the Lord. It's my divine and human right, for in him I live and move and have my being. It's my divine and human right, for I could do all things through Christ that strengthens me. It's my divine and human right. I'm more than a conqueror. It's my divine and human right. Greater is he that's in me than he that's in the world. It's my divine and after a while, in 60 seconds, do it, you all. In 60 seconds, it will become your reality. And you will change the shift and the vibrational shift. So here's what you could have. When your frequency is up, this is what you could have vibrationally. Now, some of y'all want all that hooping and hollering and shouting and dancing. I'm for that. I'm for all the speaking in tongues, shouting and dancing, all that. But that ain't going to carry you till tomorrow. Now, I believe in praying in our most holy faith by praying in the Holy Ghost. That's praying in tongues. That's it. But we ain't doing that right now. I'm trying to get you to be happy in your humanity. And for you black folk, some of y'all, I'm trying to get some info under your afro. Y'all here with me? And you white folk, just do the best you can. Okay. So here's what we're going to do. Love you too. Love all the white folk that's listening. Most of my best friends are white people. Are y'all here with me? So here are the 9 things we could do. And when you bring your vibrations up, by the way, this is found in my book called 60 Seconds to a Focused Life. You could find, here are some things you are entitled to. It is your divine and human right to be entitled to these 9 life core subject areas. Y'all ready? Number 1, spiritual. Better connection with your divine source. Better connection with God. You are guaranteed when you get your vibrations up and feeling good, brother, sister, it is your divine and human right to Be entitled to that when you get your vibrations up, better health, better functioning heart and lungs and kidney, and you're able to lose weight. Today I weighed in at 153.4. Fine, good looking, handsome, there, feeling good, ready to go. Are y'all here with me? BMI 21.5. Are y'all here with me? I won't get in the other areas, because if I throw out my testosterone, I'd have too many people calling me, asking me, how did I get there? Here's another thing. Ovetta said, don't do it. Okay, mental, everybody. When you bring your vibrational frequency up, your moods up, your feelings up, your emotions up, and how you feel, guess what? Your mental, you end up having peace of mind and feel better, mental. So you improve with your spiritual life is better, your health is better, your mind is better, your financial is better. Show me somebody that whose vibrations up, they will attract money. Money comes and goes with me. I got a lot of bills. I'm getting ready to pay them all off, because I'm just going to, and what I'm doing now is increasing my vibrations at a higher level so I can pay them off quicker. I got them. Don't y'all be afraid of having debt. Yeah, I'm just afraid of debt. No. All these millionaires and billionaires, they use other people's money to get where they got to go. But you got to get your vibrations up so you can attract money and good ideas. Money is we don't have a money problem. We got a good idea problem. You don't have a good idea. Are you with me? But get your vibrations up. So when you get your vibrations up, your relationships come up, your love, and your trust again. Show me somebody. When I hear people, I don't trust nobody. I just don't trust them. They got too many red flags. I don't trust nobody. I don't trust nobody. You got low energy level, brother. And we come to the point now, we all got red flags in our life. Everybody's got a red flag or two. But we got to help each other through those red flags. So you all here with me. You're not going to find anybody without a red flag. As good looking as I am, handsome as I am, potent and wonderful and great as I am, I got a few red flags. So you all here with me. Did y'all get what I'm saying there? So your relationship will get better. Career is better. You have a better job or environment. Employment, when you bring your vibrations up. Better business. Increased contracts and better customers when your vibrations up. People don't want to deal with mean and unkind people. You mean and nasty on the telephone. Don't nobody want to deal with you. Talk nasty, talk down to people. Don't nobody want, you can't sell nobody insurance and you mean and nasty. You can't sell nobody a car. Anybody try to sell me a car, I look at their attitude. Their attitude ain't right. I know I'm going to the next person who's kind and loving and easy to entreat. And then self-appreciation. When your vibrations are up, you'll focus on valuing self first. And then self-love. You'll love self first and you'll feel better. Bring your vibrations up and you'll have less mental illness. Bring your vibrations up and you'll be emotionally happy. Bring your vibrations up. Now we're going to teach you how to bring your vibrations up. Is that good? Now we're going to spend the rest of this session that we're going to do. If you could stick with us for 35 minutes, everybody stand right now at home. Those at home stand in the auditorium just for a moment so you all can stand and get your blood flowing, get your frequency up. Come on, stand at home. Come on, Brother Clarence. Get up, Brother Clarence. Come on, tell Mary. Come on, get on up. Come on, you all. Come on, Zakia. No, be careful, Zakia. Don't get up yet because you don't get up, Carl. Won't you hurt yourself right there? You may be in the hospital somewhere. So come on. Everybody else is listening. Get up, Molly. Come on, stretch. Get your blood going. For the next 35 minutes, I pray that the Father of glory will give everybody the spirit of wisdom and revelation in the knowledge of him, and that your eyes of your understanding toward this therapeutic message today will take you to another level in your humanity so you could be better in your divinity. Is that pretty good? You'll be a better person in your divinity. Okay, stretch a little bit, everybody. Come on, let's stretch. Those that's listening to me, I don't know, Jill, if you with me today, Attorney Jill, if you are, stretch a little bit. Tiffany, if you're there with me today, come on, Tiffany, stretch a little bit. I don't know if Dr. Berry is here, but stretch a little bit. Those who are in my mastermind class, they watching on YouTube right now, and give us comment in Facebook. Give us comment. Now you could take a seat. They're stretching here in the auditorium, believe it or not. They're doing it. Now we're going to learn. Y'all ready now? We're going to learn how to release 4 brain elements. They're really brain chemicals. They're hormones that are produced in our brain. They're neurotransmitters. You don't need all the detail. You can go research it yourself. Y'all ready, everybody? How to feel good when everybody else is feeling bad and talking negative. How to feel good. How many of y'all want to feel better today? You want to feel better? If you're not feeling good, you're living beneath your vibrations. You're living, they used to tell us, you're living beneath your privilege. You remember that? If you're not feeling good, there is something not right in your life. You're off, you're out of alignment. And you need to find out. Maybe you need to get an MRI. Maybe they need to look at your brain. Maybe you need a CT scan. Maybe we need to find out what is causing you to not be emotionally happy and feel good all the time. That's our goal now. I'm moving now from 80%. Let's just try to feel good all the time. Is that okay? Because if we give you 20%, you're going to say, well, I'm entitled to cuss somebody out today. No. Is that okay? Because that's going to give you negative vibrations. Is that let's go on. Let's hang in there. Here's the disclaimer, resources. All these resources are available on our ebook. You'll get all this. This is in an ebook format. Right now it's in a PowerPoint format, but when we send it to you, it's in an ebook format. Here's our scripture for today. Let's move on. And be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind, that you may prove what is good and acceptable and perfect will of God. So we're going to stand right now for these 31 minutes, and it's going to be intense. So y'all ready, everybody? Your subconscious mind, I pray the Lord right now open up your subconscious mind, and that your subconscious mind be obedient to the word. Let's go on to the next. A merry heart. My whole goal is to get you to a merry heart. And I've done this, you all. I don't do it no more. Let me tell you, my days are over trying to convince my family and my friends. It's over. I've stopped it, Chuck. Chuck, as much as I want to do it, as much as I love my children and family and everyone, I don't do that anymore. I have stopped trying to tell them, lose your weight, do this, go to the doctor, exercise, stay happy. Those days are over. So my prayer for my family and everyone else, my prayer is I pray that you find your way. Somebody ought to say amen. Because guess what it would do by me trying to, because you know, even the Holy Ghost don't always strive with you. You keep on aggravating the Holy Ghost. After a while, it gets tired of fooling with you. Are you all here with me? You know, God may, well, so much, I'm going to leave that alone. I was going to just say a joke. A merry heart does good like a medicine. Always find out who's coming in. It does like a medicine, but a broken spirit, it'll dry up your bones. You'll be a dried up person. You'll be unkind. You'll be mean. You'll be nasty to everybody. But I'm trying to get everybody to a place of a merry heart. That has always been my goal. In my mastermind class, I will teach it here. But as far as the days of teaching my family, unless they come to me, unless my family, my brothers and sisters and children and family and friends and people come to me, I'm not coming and volunteering anymore. Because guess what? I have to watch the Bible says, take heed what we hear. We got to take heed what we hear, because fooling with them will end up messing up our vibrations. Dr. Kim just walked in. Should we bow or stand, or what do we do? Dr. Kim, I love Dr. Kim Ingram. She's the sweetest thing. She's the sweetest little thing, isn't she? God bless her. Come on, everybody. I'm a spiritual father to her. I'm not trying to hit on her. I'm a spiritual father. Okay. A merry heart, look what it says. A merry heart does good like a what? Medicine. So all I've been trying to do, Dr. Watkins, is get medicine to people. Now, my first part of the years of my ministry, about, oh my God, the majority part of my ministry up front, I sent a lot of people to hell. I'm trying to get people out of hell now. I put them in. It's my job to at least try to get them out. Okay, let's go on. Everybody, good. Y'all ready for a good half an hour? Let's go. This is going to be intense. Why are the factors, what are the factors why people don't feel good each day? Let's get here. Why is it? Let's get it. Number one is stress. High levels of stress from work can do it. Number two, lack of sleep. Everybody's got to get sleep. I am not going to go anywhere and speak if I didn't sleep. I know President Biden indicated that he did not get his rest. You will not perform well. I do not go speak anywhere before I go even to the memorial service for Pastor Greenlee. I probably will lay down for about an hour. I don't go anywhere tired speaking, because if you are not rested, if you don't get your sleep, you're going to have fatigue, and you're going to be irritable, and you're going to be a nasty person. Number two, why? Unhealthy lifestyle, poor diet, lack of exercise. As y'all know, alcohol. Now, every now and then, I do a little Crown Royal. Every now and then, I just did a little something. I stopped for a while, but I needed a little bit for my my stomach. People say, well, Winburn, stop lying. You just want to drink a little Crown. You just wanted to drink a little Crown. I was over somebody's house. They gave me a little Crown Royal. And I wanted brandy, because I stopped doing that because I want to watch my A1C and all that. And I'm not religious, where I believe people cannot have a little alcohol every now and then. I'm not one of them kind of religious people sending somebody to hell because they had a little wine, a little brandy, or Crown Royal. So poor diet could do it. Why are people social isolation? A lack of social connections and feelings of loneliness can contribute to feelings of sadness. What else? Why is people so unhappy? Unfulfilling relationships, strained or unsatisfying relationships with friends and family and romantic partners. Now, I did tell y'all early, y'all need to understand, all these people that's leaving you, you trying to divorce folk, separate from them, you're tired of all your relationships, and y'all need to hear this. I wrote this down. There are people who create their very own unhappiness and bad feelings, and they make themselves a victim, and then they blame you for it. They blame you for it. They've been unhappy all their lives. Then they go out and tell everybody, I'm just not happy with them. Your job ain't supposed to be happy with me. You need to be happy yourself. I was telling some folk the other day, I said, look, as much as I like you as a person and others, my happiness is not based on you. My happiness is not based on a wife or children or a dog or a cat. I love all y'all in this room, but my happiness ain't based on y'all. I can't live my life through you all. For in him we live and move and have our being. So there are people, you all, that will create their very own unhappiness and their very own bad feelings. Then they declare and make themselves a victim, and then they blame you for it. Let's go on. Unfulfilling relationships, negative thinking patterns. Come on, constant negative self-talk. I talk to myself good stuff. For in him I live and move and have my being. I substitute. When I never talk against myself. I never call myself stupid and dumb and ignorant. I don't talk about myself. Matter of fact, if anything, I boast in the Lord. I talk about how good I am. Oh, y'all hear? It's all right to boast in the Lord. It's okay. You know, my clinical psychologist told a friend of mine in the counseling, he's a narcissist. And then they use it against me. No, I ain't a narcissist. I just feel good about me. I'm sorry that they don't. Are y'all here with me? And I'm sorry that you don't either. Are you with me? Yeah. Constant negative self-talk, lack of purpose, not having clear goals can cause you to act. Financial concerns, money and debt, not being able to face it and dealing with debt. Why are people so unhappy? Chronic health conditions and work dissatisfaction, feeling unfulfilled. And here are four. Now we're going to get into it. Y'all ready? here's how we're going to do it. Hey, Dan, are you okay today? You have to work today? You have to work? Okay. Is Asher, y'all okay? Me and Dan going to take it next week because we won't say too much. But, Dan, we're going to have it operated, have it right, make sure we got it right next week. We're going to have an in-service next week. Thank you all for showing up. The people that's in the auditorium, although our in-service is next week. Okay, here are 4 powerful ways in which you can feel good every day by harnessing the incredible power of 4 key brain chemicals. Are you all ready? If I'm going to show you how to activate all of them in the next 30 minutes. I'm going to show you how to do it, how you can bring yourself back to full health. I'm going to show you how to do it. And anything that's in your life that is not right physically or mentally, I'm going to show you how to raise these levels to bring healing to those areas that need to be healed, whether they're physically or it's physical or mental. Dr. Kim, is y'all ready? Here's the first one. Let's go on. Dopamine. Won't y'all say dopamine? Say dopamine. Dopamine is often referred to as the good neurotransmitter. It's responsible for feelings of pleasure, motivation, and reward when you accomplish a goal or receive a positive feedback. Everybody repeat after me, dopamine. This is very important. This is science now. You remember what Chuck said? See, the church get all screaming. We don't want you to talk about no dopamine. Then you don't need to be shouting on Sunday morning. Because when you shout on Sunday morning, it increases your dopamine. Ooh, I feel sanctified. See, a lot of people are shouting and dancing. It makes them feel good. That's dopamine. Everybody say dopamine. Dopamine. And then it goes on, engages in activity and enjoy. Your brain releases dopamine. And we're going to show you how to activate those here shortly. So to boost your dopamine levels, you set achievable goals for yourself. You celebrate your wins, and you engage in activities that bring you joy. For example, completing a workout, finishing a project, or even enjoying a delicious meal can also trigger and release dopamine. Some of y'all need to stop eating a lot and increasing your dopamine, and you're getting bigger and bigger and bigger. So we got to stop that. By the way, I want to let you know, my stomach over the years, most of us men have issues around when you get older. Your stomach gets bigger. I want to let y'all know, I'm pleased to announce I've lost almost 7 more pounds in my stomach. I feel sanctified in my stomach. So I don't do a lot of eating like I used to. So dopamine, that's okay. Now here's one, serotonin. Okay, serotonin is known as a happiness hormone, and it plays a crucial role in regulating our moods and our appetite and our sleep. And when you have healthy levels of serotonin, you feel calm, focused, and content. I'm telling you all, in the last 7 to 12 years, you all, I have felt calmer and calmer and calmer. It is just so beautiful, you all. I was hyped up all the time. Riding a horse all the time, wasn't I? Right? I just felt hyped. Going somewhere to be hyped. But serotonin, let's go on. We're going to work. We got a lot to increase your serotonin levels. Engage in activities that promotes feelings of well-being and connection, such as spending time in nature, practicing gratitude, or exercising. Now, I'm going to share acts of kindness, like helping others and volunteering, can also boost your serotonin levels and make you feel good. Now, let's go back here. I'm going to say this again. I want y'all to see this real quick. I want y'all, everybody say dopamine. Dopamine. Say it again. If you can increase your dopamine, your mental illness will go down. If you can increase your dopamine, your emotional unhappiness will go down. If you can increase your dopamine, your unkindness and negative feelings will go down. Because when we are challenged with mental health issues, I don't like the word mental illness. Me and Dr. Iman, we don't use that terminology, but in this book they used it because they wanted to show the drastic importance of what's happening to our adolescents and teenagers in America. But our brain health issues, but our mental challenges will go down. If you can increase and balance your serotonin levels, guess what? Your brain health issues, mental challenges will go down. You will feel better, and you will become more emotionally happy. So a lot of people are clinically challenged because their neurotransmitters are out of balance. They don't want to be mean. They're off they've been like that. They got off because their chemicals are off. Their hormones are off. Their neurotransmitters are off. Then here's the next one. It's called endorphins, the body's natural painkillers and stress relievers. Endorphins are released in response to stress and pain and helping to alleviate discomfort and induce feelings of euphoria. By the way, I'm not your doctor. I'm not your psychiatrist. I'm not your counselor. I'm not your pastor. I'm none of that to you. We have a disclaimer on this. I'm just teaching information that I've done research on as an educator. Is that pretty good, everybody? Everybody say endorphins. And exercise is a powerful way to trigger the release of endorphins. Every day, I exercise right now every day. Every day. And it increased my endorphins. And you know, I got to watch it because the more my endorphins increase, the more sexual I become. And I've got to watch that. I mean, no, I really do. Because actually, do you not, why are you laughing, Dad? Is, no, because I really got to, because the quickest way to activate your sexual energy, exercise. Oh my God. I keep hearing people with all this ED. You don't need to have all that stuff. ED, ABC, EFG. LMNOPQ. What is all this stuff? And so, y'all know, are we having fun already? Okay, so make sure to incorporate physical exercise into your daily routine. Laughing and listening to music and engaging. Laughing now. Y'all see what we're doing? We're increasing our endorphins, you all. I'm not up here just being silly to be silly. I am silly. Not that silly catching those women in the Bible, silly women captive. We're not talking about that silliness, and I'm not talking against women, but silly men and silly women. But we're talking about having fun, enjoying yourself. My God, I had a fun. One of my multimillionaire friends sent me a note, and he said, "I want to take you and your wife and others to dinner and stuff like that." I said, "Well, don't worry about that." I said, I'll go. And then he said, I said, "Congratulations on your new wife." He wrote me back, Chuck, he texted me back. He says, "Oh, I'm not going to ever get married." He says, "Because I got too much money." Did y'all hear what I just said? Yeah, he ain't going to get, no, he was telling me he ain't getting married. He ain't signing no prenups. He ain't doing nothing. He said, "Oh, no, I'm not doing that." Because his new girlfriend want to meet me. I said, "You better be careful with that. End up looking at me before it's over." I'm just having fun. Are we having fun already? How many of y'all having fun? Who can say stuff like this? How many of y'all, are we having fun? Yeah, you better be careful about introducing your girlfriend to me. So, oh, Jesus. And this morning, my body age is 44. You understand what I'm saying? Be real careful, my man. Okay. Activities and that push you out of your comfort zone can also stimulate the release of endorphins and leave you feeling good. Okay, here's another one. We just gave you 4, oxytocin. And then I'm going to walk y'all through, for 15 minutes, I'm going to walk y'all through how to increase it in every area. Just give me a minute. It's coming. Is everybody still here? This is going to be good. And I know Jennifer is going to love this. Jennifer gonna do this. If nobody in this room gonna do this, Jennifer gonna do this. Because I'm showing y'all how to turn your mental life around, how to turn your emotional life around, how to turn how you can become emotionally happy, how you can feel better about life. I'm showing you how to overcome mental challenges and how you can get your life back in order. Is this pretty good? How to turn here it is, oxytocin, often called the love hormone or bonding hormone. Oxytocin is released in response to social bonding, intimacy, and nurturing behaviors such as hugging a loved one or spending time with friends and family, even petting a dog. Some of y'all love dogs more than you love me. Can all boost your oxytocin levels and foster feelings of trust, connection, and well-being. Cultivate strong relationships and show kindness, affection toward others, and prioritize human connection to increase your oxytocin levels and feel good every day. Now, I want y'all to go back here. Everybody say oxytocin. Look at this, you all. When you meet a cold person in a relationship, you're dating somebody and they're cold and they're just so cold, they probably have low oxytocin level. Oxytocin, cold, they're not kind. You go out on a date, they won't touch you. You better get rid of them quickly because you ain't going to enjoy them. No oxytocin, no hugs, no nothing. Won't even hardly look at you. You go to the movie, they sit 2 seats over. If that's your first date, let that be your last date. And they scared to touch you, won't hug you, won't put, did y'all, and I hate to tell y'all, most marriages are like this. But people stay together because they want these fronts. It's called certain niceties or complexities. They want to brag about how long they've been together, but there ain't that much oxytocin in that relationship. Whew, I feel sanctified. Did y'all feel that already? Ain't a lot of hugging there. Ain't a lot of loving there. Are y'all here with me? But everybody can talk about it's a front. Are y'all here? I was with a wonderful woman the other day. She may be listening, and she was telling me about her family and in-laws and all them. And they just fuss and been together for years. There's no oxytocin in the relationship. It has lost its intimacy. Let's go on. So here's one. In conclusion, understanding and leveraging the power of these 4 brain chemicals. Everybody repeat after me because we're getting ready to accelerate this teaching real quick on each one. Everybody say dopamine, serotonin, endorphins, oxytocin. And you can take proactive steps to feel good. Set goals. Let's go on. Now, 10 ways in which, here's 10 ways which, and I'm going to hit this for 2 minutes. Here's 10 ways in which unresolved childhood trauma can affect negatively your brain chemicals. If you have not resolved your childhood trauma, you could disrupt your dopamine, your serotonin, your endorphins, and your oxytocin. That's why I tell everybody, resolve your childhood trauma before you get married again, before you date, before you get in another relationship. Drive that stuff out of your life because you're going to take it into the next relationship. Okay, let's go on. Deregulated dopamine levels can affect childhood trauma. Serotonin imbalance. Trauma can disrupt the balance of the serotonin, a neurotransmitter. Endorphins are the body's natural painkiller. Childhood trauma can lead to deficiencies in endorphins. This is all research-based. I didn't make this up. This is research. And then oxytocin, the love hormone. It is important for social bonding and attachment. Childhood trauma can disrupt oxytocin levels, leading to difficulties in forming and maintaining relationships. Look at me, everybody, right now. Look at me up here for a moment. Are you aware if your children, 5 and 6 years old, all they're doing is social media and on smartphones, they're not developing at all any social skills. They're going to become Dr. Spook, Dr. Spock. They're going to be mechanical people. And then when they get in marriages, the relationship is going to be mechanical. They won't be able to produce any oxytocin in that relationship. Did y'all hear what I'm saying? So let's go on. Wake up, everybody. Impaired stress response. Trauma can deregulate the body stress response. Trauma can alter the function of the various neurotransmitters. It can reduce the neuroplasticity. I want to read this one. Listen to this. Childhood trauma can affect the brain's activity to adapt and change in response to experience neuroplasticity. This can make it harder for individuals to recover from trauma and develop healthy coping mechanisms. I want to say this, you all got loved ones. I'm going to use the term loved ones instead of families, because every time I say family, my family get a little paranoid and upset that I'm going to uncover them. I'm not going to do that. I'll say loved ones and friends. How's that? Many times what has happened, childhood trauma has affected their brain ability because they refuse to recognize and admit that they are screwed up. And until you admit that you're screwed up and something happened to you and you're willing to do something about it, you're not going to do well in this life. Increased risk of mental health disorders. Unresolved childhood trauma is significant risk to PTSD, on depression, mental disorders. Impaired emotional regulations. Trauma can disrupt the brain regions. Let's go. It can interfere with the attachment and social bonds. Now, here are 10 practical ways to increase endorphins. We're going fast on this now. So I'm going to try to take, let's see, how many minutes? 3, 6, 9, 12. Maybe we could pull this off. Is everybody here with me? I'm going to take 3 minutes on each one of these. You can go and get the ebook. Here are 10 practical ways. How do you increase your endorphins? Do you all remember when I started, I indicated that the purpose of today's message is get you to a place to raise your vibrational frequency so that you can feel good and be emotionally happy. Let's say it again. Repeat after me. To feel good and be emotionally happy. Say it again. To feel good and be emotionally happy the majority of your day. Say it again. To feel good and be emotionally happy. Say it again. To feel good and be emotionally happy. We've already learned 4 ways that our brain, if we do these things, it will activate these transmitters and chemicals if we just do these things. Y'all ready? Here's the first one. 10 practical ways to increase your endorphins. Number 1, here it is. I'm going to give them to y'all. Exercise. My sister often says, she calls me Charles Edward, and one of my other dearest friends who's very close to me called me Charles Edward also. And we want some solutions. Well, here's some. If you want to increase your endorphins, what is that? That's the feel-good chemical. Here's what you got to do. You can't lay around and pray all day. Did y'all hear what I'm saying? But see, men and women ought to always pray. I keep a praying heart. When I'm in the car, I'm praying. But you can't lay off. I'm just praying here for 4 hours. You better get up and do some exercise. It'd be better for you to pray for a half an hour and get on that treadmill for an hour and get out and walk and get in the sun and then make some love to your wife or your husband. Are you all here with me? You'll come out better instead of praying for 4 hours a day. 10 practical ways to increase your endorphins. Let's go. How to feel good. Let's go. Everybody, come on. Exercise. Y'all repeat. Y'all want y'all to holler with me because we only got 2 minutes on this. Exercise, laughter. Come on. Listen to music. Dark chocolate. I use dark chocolate, which is 70%. I want 80, but it's got sugar in it. I use a 70% dark chocolate, which has stevia in it. The other dark chocolate has sugar that elevates your sugar. So I use stevia. But the darker the chocolate, now if you can get 100% chocolate and you could eat it, it's nasty to me. It don't have no sugar in it. If you could eat it, it tastes like cardboard to me. So, but nevertheless, mindfulness, being current, massage, sunlight, hobbies, healthy socialization. I do a lot of going out. I do dinners. Oh, by the way, if y'all see me out with a couple guys, look, if you want to come up and ask me, well, who are they? It's all right, you being nosy. No, really, but that's okay. I don't mind. If I'm out with a couple guys, hey, who are these guys? I'll introduce. If you see me out with a woman or a couple women, don't go back and spread some stuff on me. Just come and ask me. I'll tell you. And I'll just say, oh, yeah, I got a stable of women. And since you want to know, Winburn, you're the only man with 3 women here. And who are these women? Well, it's my stable of women. And then you're trying to be smart. I'm saying that because it's none of your business. If I tell you something like that, I'm throwing you off. Because why you have to ask? Who are these? Where's your wife? Ain't none of your business where she is. Go ask her. Y'all see me out? Please don't go through all that. He must be cheating. If I am, and I'm not cheating on you. I mean, do y'all understand how people are? That's why we should have healthy socialization. Y'all going to see me everywhere. I was with somebody not long ago. I was telling my mastermind class, and I was with somebody else's fiance. And then they went back. I couldn't get out of the restaurant before they called the guy and says, Winburn with your fiance. But thank God I already told him. See, I did my homework. Oh, y'all here with me. So when you see me with somebody, don't go off. Just ask me. I'll tell you. Are you all here with healthy socialization? Great, let's go on. Next one, 10 practical ways. Remember, we got 4. 2 more to go. 10 practical ways to increase your serotonin. Are we having fun already? Dan, are you having fun? Now, if I see you out with 4, I'm going to call Donna. Don't worry about it. I'm calling Donna. You don't have to worry about it. Look at it. He said, I bet if I see you out, I'm not going to be asking, are you with me? Y'all need to stop meddling in other people's business and leave people alone and let people enjoy their lives. 10 practical ways to increase your serotonin. What is your serotonin? Positive emotions and moods. Here's how you do it. Ready? Here it is, y'all. Healthy diet. Change your diet. If you're having brain health issues or mental health issues right now, just change your diet. Do something that you haven't done before. Oh, exercise 5 to 7 days a week. Exercise. Here it is again. Sunlight exposure, meditation, sleep, massage therapy, positive social connections, limit your alcohol, comprehensive vitamin D, omega-3 fatty acids. How many of y'all doing your vitamin D every day? You're doing your omega-3 fatty acids. You need to be doing that every day. You need to be on that. Call me, and I'll tell you how to get your omega-3 and vitamins through Life Exchange. Hobbies and activities. Now, 9 practical ways to increase your dopamine. All this is on here. We're showing y'all how to do it, how to activate it. And some people say, what about sex? Yeah, you could do that too. That increases all of that stuff for you. Matter of fact, but you can't do that. You can't do that 7 days. Well, some people 7 days a week. So I just do it 8 hours a day, 7 days. No. You're gonna have you got other issues. Now you have what I'm saying. You got other issues. We got to help you with some other issues, brother. Did y'all hear me? That's another teaching for another day. But sex will do it, you all. Love making. 9 practical ways to increase your dopamine. Pleasure. Here it is, you all. Look at it. If you look at these lists, it's almost they're the same. Almost. Exercise, diet, positive goals, listen to music. I do a lot of that, you all. Read oh, by the way, if you read 60 Seconds to a Focused Life, take your time, just sit down. If you got 3 hours, get your cup of coffee. Just go on and read it all the way through. Get it over with. It will increase all those areas for you. Because everything in here is going to excite you. Just go on and do it. Just read 60 Seconds to a Focused Life. Read your Bible, the positive parts of the Bible. Do not spend your time on all that other stuff, all those sins. You focus on sin, you're going to get more of it. You focus on hell, you're going to get, it's not going to make your vibrations feel good. When I was sending people to hell, I didn't feel good telling them. And when I was, did y'all hear me? When I was talking about people's sins, 9 times out of 10, I was doing what I was accusing them of doing. And I felt bad about it. So I'm trying to get people out of hell. I've sent people to hell. I'm trying to get them out. If the Lord give me an opportunity, I'm going to get as many of them out of hell as I put in there. Here it is, relaxation and socialization. Here's the last one. 10 practical ways. Boy, we're doing good. We're almost through. What a mastermind class. Now, y'all think, please understand, shouting and dancing is okay. All that stuff, speaking in tongues, all that. But y'all need more than that. All that stuff is the speaking in tongues, praying in the most Holy Spirit. All that is for your divinity. That's okay. But what about you, your practical? What about your body? Here's 10 ways to increase your oxytocin. This is your love and connection hormone. Here it is, physical touch. You living with someone and dating someone, you've been dating someone for a year, and they haven't physically touched you, run as fast as you can. Matter of fact, you should have been gone. Did you all hear with me? I'm dating someone. We never touched each other. We had a couple here. You remember a couple? God bless them. They dated for 2 years, and they were going to get married. He never kissed a woman. I said, you ought to be ashamed of yourself. You know, you all, yeah. They never kissed each other. Never kissed each other. Can y'all believe after 2 years? You know why they didn't kiss each other? Because of religion. Religion told them, we save all that for marriage. I wished I hadn't saved a lot of stuff for marriage. You would have found out that people didn't like everything you thought they liked. Did y'all hear what I'm saying? I ain't going to say too much. Help me, Jennifer. Help me, Holy Ghost. Ooh, shakamba. Ooh. Did y'all hear what I'm saying? Y'all wished y'all had looked at each seen so you don't know what you got. You go on and play that card. Boy, you get in that relationship, he pulls his pants down. Oh, you say, Jesus, Lord, keep me near the cross. Well, that's what you get for being religious. You better check out stuff. Y'all better research stuff. I ain't going to say too much more. Did y'all hear what I'm saying? I want to keep it clean and holy. Oh, y'all hear what I'm saying? Chuck said, keep it moving. Here it is, 10 practical ways, because Chuck knows I'll take this tape down in a minute if I get too far out there. Here are 10 practical ways to increase your oxytocin. We're going off the air shortly. Here it is, physical touch. Time with people that you love. We're going to end on this. We're almost through. Time with people that you love. Stop running after people that don't want you. Stop it. People that like you. Did y'all hear what I'm saying? People that's willing to show up with you. People that is willing to change their schedule for you. Go with the people that go with you. They may not be the perfect person. Everybody's got a red flag. And we all should help each other to to eradicate these red flags out of our lives. So spend time with people that love to spend time with you. So if y'all see me out, and I've been out for years, you all. I've been out for years with folk. You're going to see me in more now since I done trimmed down. Stomach is almost completely flat. I'm better looking. You know I'm going to be around. So when y'all see me around, did y'all hear what I'm saying? Time with people, it says spend time with people you love. Now, I ain't hanging over there in that third precinct, that third district where Dad is. That group a little too rough for me over that area. Man, that district here, that west side of town. You won't see me over there a lot, brother. Maybe the east, maybe in Clifton. Are y'all with me? Even they shooting up in Clifton now, you know, where I grew up at. So let's go back to it. Let's get back. 10 practical ways to increase your oxytocin. Every day. You need, here it is. Let's repeat them together. Come on, everybody. Number 1, physical touch. Time with people you love and who love you. Number 3, gratitude. My God, if we could just ought to be. I failed to help ungrateful people to be happy. And that ain't my job no more. I'm out of that business. Laughter. How many of y'all believe in laughter? Do I believe in laughter? Laughter. That ain't funny. Yes, it is. It is funny. Laughter. What's the next one? Massage. What's the next one? Meditation. But you don't need to be doing that all day. 10, 15 minutes of meditation is enough. After a while, if you don't be careful with meditation, it can have the opposite effect. You just go too long. You think more is better. That's what, believe it or not, 60 seconds of it, if you just do it for 60 seconds, you'll be doing more than what most people are doing effectively. What's the next one, you all? Exercise. Here's one, and I don't have no problem with pets, pet therapy. But what we've done here in America, what has happened with a lot of homes, you all, whether it's black homes, white homes, a lot of y'all have gone too far with these darn dogs. Y'all are more in love with your dogs than your husband. You fell more in love with your dogs than your wife. And your kids are more in love with their dogs than the fathers. Y'all have gone too far with this darn pet therapy stuff. I love pets. Did y'all hear what I'm saying? No, there is a place for them. But I'm going to tell you, though, in my home, pet therapy is more important than Charlie Winburn therapy. I don't get no therapy. And I'm not upset because I'm happy within me. But I see what's coming down. That dog got more important to them than me. And that's okay. I ain't competing with no dog because I can't win. Are y'all here with me? Okay, pet therapy. I'm for it. Dan, you got a dog in your home? Okay, what about you, Jennifer? Oh, better? How many you got over there? Okay, don't bring no snake in over there. So, and then once you get a snake, I'm gone. Anybody bring a snake in the house, I'm sorry, I'm gone. Okay, what's the next one, everybody? Number 9. Listen to music. It's okay to listen to a little secular music. And Isaac Hayes, I like that song, I Stand Accused of Loving You. Y'all remember that? I kind of play that every night. I stand accused of loving you too much. Are y'all with me? Because guess what? It increases my oxytocin. I'm not doing anything, but it just increases my oxytocin. Actually, it increases my love feeling. It makes me even, how Isaac Hayes was, he worked that sister, didn't he? Boy, he worked that sister like a bone. And what he did, although she had a ring by the other guy, he didn't care. He said, I just want to let you know I'm not into taking somebody else's woman, but I stand accused of loving you too much. And brother, he broke her all down. And guess what? She left that guy and came on with Isaac Hayes. So y'all here with me? Woo, let me get away from up here. I feel sanctified. And so listen to music. And here's the last one, acts of kindness. Just being kind, that will bless you. Oh, there it is. Feeling good. We're through, you all. Feeling good is your divine right. Come on, everybody. Won't y'all say feeling good is my divine right? Oh, here we got Barry Williams is back again. He's popped back. Rodney Allen is back. I'm telling you, that boy keeps his he keeps his oxytocin up. Bro, he bring him some fine women back from all over the country. He got a stable of them. You understand? Fine women from all over the country. Oh, I shouldn't say that because his girlfriend is listening. But Rodney is, we love Rodney, and Rodney is good. But aren't we having fun, everybody? It's laughter because that's what it is. Feeling good, is it your divine right? It is your, let's say it again. Feeling good is my divine right. It is just as important as your divinity because God wants us to be happy, to feel good, and to enjoy each other. And the earth is the Lord and the fullness thereof. I was glad when they said unto me, let us go into the house of the Lord. I tell you, this has been the day that the Lord has made. 3 easy ways to give. If you want to give right now, I'm going to pray these blessings over you as we close, as we go into another day. Chuck started it out. Dan started out with a great teaching today. And I tell you, Dan, and then he gave a recap. Dan Ray gave a recap. Elder Chuck just kind of laid it out. And when we go back, Chuck, we're going to be marketing all of our videos. So we're going to have 2 tiers of marketing. The first half, Chuck and Dan and Adam, all of their stuff will be marketed. Then the mastermind teaching will be marketed. So people will be able to go online and get all of the stuff with Dan, and they want to hear Chuck. They'll be able, is that pretty good, everybody? So we're going to work all that out. And thank you, Brother Elder Chuck. We did have about 100 people on our Twitter that loved that about the 10 Commandments. Bishop Bobby Hilton really loved it when I sent it to Bishop Hilton. And then I sent it, Kevin Aldridge from the Inquirer loved it. And but if you want to put some money in it to have some fun, we can do it. It's okay. It gets the word out about Renew, and they can listen to us, so we won't lose. It's only the game. Okay, ready, everybody? Let's bless you right now. I'm going to, while you're giving and putting your money together, while you're putting your money together online, I'm going, there are 100 spoken blessings by me. We speak the spoken blessings, but it is God that guarantees the blessing. The Lord bless you. The Lord make you a great nation. While you're giving, I'm praying these blessings on you. The Lord bless you. That you be a blessing to others, that you'll be a blessing in your neighborhood and your school, that you'll be a blessing in your church, that you'll be a blessing on the job, you'll be a blessing in your marriage, that you be blessed with land and houses and healing and wealth and prosperity, that your mind be blessed, that your body be blessed, that you be blessed with grace and faith. And while you're doing the Cash App, the Lord bless you with business and energy, with a good attitude, a great personality, protection and safety. God bless you with guidance in God's presence. God bless you, Sister Dolores, for I'm going to match your money today. Thank you, Dolores. God bless you today. God bless those that are giving right now in Cash App. God bless you with success and value and intimacy and wisdom and riches. God bless you with victory and miracles and discipline and unexpected aid. God bless you with personal intention, significant initiatives, treasures in heaven, divine participation, acknowledgement. God bless you with rest and a new self and answered prayers and divine provision. And God bless you with obedience. And God bless you with God's love and righteousness. God bless you with joy and holiness. God bless you with spiritual growth. God bless you with liberty and freedom and forgiveness. God bless you with fellowship and an everlasting life. And God bless you with encouragement and comfort and God's care and a crown of glory. God bless you with favor and deliverance and peace. And God bless you with a prayer life and a praise life and a worship life. And God bless you with instruction, correction, and rebuke. And God bless you with great relationships. And God bless you with a wonderful marriage and a significant other. God bless you with strength and hope and restoration and divine intervention and rejuvenation and support. And God bless you with cleansing power and open ears and open eyes. And God bless you with the long life. And God bless you with supply and transformation and money and materials. And God bless you with access to God and inheritance. And God bless you with financial provisions and godly relationships and perseverance and a great future and fruitfulness and truth and a light of God and discernment and external light and resurrection. And God bless you with endless refreshment, salvation, and God bless you with his love. I did all 100 today. God bless you, and God bless you, and God bless you, and God bless you. Oh, by the way, next week, did we have next week's stuff? Did we have next week's message? Next week's we're going to teach Dr. Watkins. Y'all ready? Showing up is winning just by showing up. So y'all watch out on your social media. Y'all going to see it. It's all going just by showing. Oh, there it is. If you just show up in life, you will win. You got to show up. Won't you say amen? How many of y'all ready to show up? We're going to show up after COVID. There's so many people missing in action, and there are some people that need to come on back and show up again so that they can win. Well, until we meet next week, if you just show up next week, we're going to be here next week, live service. We're going to be here live at 11:45. You show up next week. If you just show up in life next week, here you will win. See you next week. Winners show up in life, show up and win in life, get connected to humanity again, show up in life and win. And after COVID, people are missing in action. Show up again and win. Disconnect from negative social media. Reconnect with your family, friends, and loved ones. Show up next week. We'll see you again.
Your life coach with Renew Community Church right here in the city of Cincinnati. And I wish above all things that you prosper and be in good health even as your soul prospers. Did you know that you are both human and divine and that you deserve to live a better life in Christ right here on earth? Our messages are practical, they are raw, they're fun, and they are focused on real issues as it relates to your spiritual life, health life, your mental life, your financial life, your relationship life, and even your business life and community life. Today, we have another real life application message designed especially for you and your family. Remember, before we get started today, you can learn more about Renew Community Church free life coaching by visiting our website, renewcommunitychurch.org, or you can listen to us every Sunday at 11:45 a.m. each Sunday on YouTube, Renew Community Church live stream, or reach me at 513-884-7832. I want you to join me now for another life-changing message with Charlie Winburn, your life coach, right here in the city of Cincinnati, Cincinnati, Ohio.